What's up, guys? This is JamesBl0nde with OnRPG.com, and OnRPG was one of the only few IP test groups for Continent of the Ninth Seal, aka C9, which I have to tell you is a pretty sick action MMO from Webzen. We only had a small window to play the game, so I'll let you in on what we thought was epic about this one. Alright, so players choose from 3 classes: the Fighter, the Hunter, which I chose, and the Shaman, and each class is almost completely customizable at the character creation screen that leaves out almost no detail. I think there's less customization in The Sims. They even have the Joker tattoo. Each class, by the way, advances first at level 10, which opens up new skills to learn, and again at level 20 where your character specializes. After going through a short user interface tutorial that ends with a crazy boss fight, you make it into town to pick up your first quest and learn your recently acquired skills from leveling up. Now these skills are classified as attack, command, and passive. With command skills, you can easily connect skills to build up higher combos, and some of these, for example, for the Hunter, were charged arrows, a grab, and other movement-based skills. There's a really nice feature that shows a clip of the skill as you mouse over each skill. And while we're on the topic of skills, after doing a timed trial, I gained a passive skill that allowed me to walk faster in town. Best passive skill ever. The navigation system in the game is also set up quite nicely. You can indicate where you'd like to go on your map, and a red dashed line guides you to your destination, like an NPC with new quests, or the weapons merchant. The OnRPG team immediately made a party and headed to the dungeons. With 4 of us, we breezed through enemies no problem. So much so that we had a hard time determining if the difficulty scaled for our party size. But after going through a couple of dungeons by myself, I could definitely feel the heat of the expert dungeons. The things to worry about more than the monsters alone were the traps that lay frequent in the dungeons. These Indiana Jones style spikes and fireballs delivered more and more massive damage with the increase of higher level dungeon difficulty.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, I saw that.
That wasn't nice.
Why so many spiders?
And it even gets harder. At level 25, if you have a party of 4, you can enter under Hell mode.
And this is probably the hardest dungeon any of us are going to get to.
Oh, crap. Yes, I am getting swarmed. Okay, now I'm starting to feel a bit of a challenge here.
There is, of course, PvP in the game, although it wasn't available to show yet. There's also a mode called Ranking Destroy War, which is party versus party. There is a practice arena to test your skills against a bot. Plus, there are daily stat buffs that change each day of the week. And working through dungeons in a guild get you guild points, which can give your entire guild stat buffs. The combat in the game is very user-controlled. With all of the movement-based skills and dodging going on, there is no lock-on feature in this game, so you get to enjoy every bit of the action. The motion and physics in the game are just as impressive as the graphics. When you jump and do a side flip, you actually brace your landing with the appropriate leg, so it's great to see developers paying that close of attention to detail. Plus, another likable feature is the absence of invisible walls. It gives you a more realistic feel of the game whether you're in town or in a battle. Just before your class's first advancement at level 10, you receive a promotional qualification quest, which is sort of a time trial that, with a partner, is manageable, but by yourself is nearly impossible. After that, you take on a huge boss trying to keep forts out of trouble and avenge John's death. During this, you learn a new skill from your class advancement called Fury Formation, which is basically lets you turn Super Saiyan with levels over 9,000 and dish out huge damage. You can use Fury Formation by getting max Fury from high combos in battle, or by using the Memory of John potion which you received after that quest. The blacksmith in town gives you plenty of options for your weapons and armor, as you can refine, enchant, repair, and even remodel their appearance using a remodeling spellbook.
Ah, are you here to temper your gear?
The crafting system is very elaborate. There are hundreds of materials found in the dungeons and the market to buy. I chose a tailor as a profession, and each profession, whether it be a chef, alchemist, woodworker, or tailor, uses its own unique crafting tool to create additional crafting materials, to then use the universal crafting tool to make the new items. It becomes simple to understand, but it's still an elaborate process. So far, there isn't much at all I didn't like about the game, except for a few nitpicking things like not being able to trade until level 11, or having the difficulty scale according to the size of the party, making solo missions intense and large groups a breeze. Plus, there's some issues with text and timing in the cutscenes. You don't get enough time to read the entire dialogue. And it would have been nice to have an indicator when selecting a dungeon and difficulty of what quest you can accomplish in that dungeon. Other than that, if you like other action MMOs like Elsword or better yet Dragon Nest, this is what a dungeon fighter action MMO should look like. The awesome graphics and attention to detail all combined with a great combat system, an elaborate crafting system, sprinkled with a touch of customization is a recipe for a fun MMO in my book. And with that said, I hope to take an even deeper look into Continent of the Night Seal.
Keep him up! Keep him up!
Because I'm pretty sure I only scratched the surface. Thanks for checking out this first look at C9. Keep up with more over at OnRPG.com, but first, hit that like button and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm JamesBl0nde. See you out there, gamers.
Goodbye!